Yo, Encore Pod, episode 53, new location. We here. I'm here with my guy, Cruz.
What's up, Pancho? How you doing, bro? So this is exciting as fuck for me because these are two producers I've been following for a long time, and they're genuinely two of my favorite producers out of New York City, or just in general. So I'm really happy to be with y'all today. Dlo Joe from YO. Thank y'all so much for joining us today, bro.
That was good.
Woo! Yeah, how y'all doing?
Good, great.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
We here. Thank you for allowing us in this amazing studio. This public studio, correct?
Yeah. We just wanted to switch it up, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sure.
You want to drop the info for people to tap in, or?
Yeah, this FLK Studios in Dykeman.
Yeah.
Fire studio.
Yeah, shit looks super fire, bro. Yeah.
Super fire.
Yeah.
New York, Jersey, tap in.
Sure.
This is the spot to be.
Yeah.
So could y'all tell the people where y'all were born, where y'all grew up, and how y'all got started in the music industry?
I was born in Yonkers. I was raised in Yonkers. And then how I started, I had FL on my computer already, and I was just watching YouTube tutorials.
High school type shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I started at the beginning of junior year.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Jersey, a town called Perth Amboy. I really started music because it was always around me and shit. My dad was an artist. And when I was like younger, my mom would put me in like the talent shows and all of that.
And
What were you doing? Sing?
Yeah, I was like singing. And
Oh, yeah,
shit.
you were singing?
Word.
Word.
It was like in Spanish.
Yeah? Oh,
Word,
word.
that's fire though.
Facts.
You still got pipes now?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's coming.
You sent any beats with the hook on them already or not?
Nah, I haven't done that yet, but we gonna
Nah?
get into that for sure.
Yeah, word.
Word.
Good.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, then my cousin started rapping, and my dad told me to be his producer. So from there, I was just
Your
interested.
dad told you to be his producer.
Yeah.
Oh, word. Oh, shit, yeah.
And from there, I just got introduced to FL Studio, and I just been going.
That's a blessing. I feel like so many parents try and like deter kids away from music. So that's such a blessing.
Yeah,
for
word.
sure.
Damn, that's different. Yeah, for sure. Like, what were y'all goals when you were coming into this? Was it like did you see yourself sort of wanting to be with like the major artists, or did you notice sort of the online producer route and you wanted to sort of, be a little bit more behind the scenes and make beats, send them out like online? Like,
No, I wanted to be in the studio making songs with
Yeah.
like, the major artists.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Same with you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Like, because I'm a fan of music, so I wanted to make music with people I'm fans of. If I was uploading beats on YouTube or BeatStars, you have no control really over who uses your beats.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not inspiring to me.
Yeah.
So,
I was watching I forgot. It was a YouTube producer's interview. I can't remember his name, but he was like, yeah, like 90% of the songs that I get back from my beats I hate. And I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
Like I get it, like you get the bag, but it's sticky.
Yeah. Y'all been connected for a long time. How did y'all link up, and like, why did you guys continue working so much together today?
So we originally met on Twitter. Then we met
on
in
Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then we
facts.
met in person through our manager. And then we continued working like as our personal relationship grew, like our music started getting way better. And now we're
Yeah. So you got the same manager?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, word. So what do you feel like the manager has contributed to your career so far?
Introductions with a lot of important people that played a role in our progress so far. Also to help us keep grounded, or like when we're frustrated about things, giving us advice and handling also all the business stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So like coming into it, so all of us are not from New York City. All of us are from like sort of
Facts.
like a little bit outside of there. Like, did you feel like even though you were outside, were you connected to the culture already that you wanted to get into, or was that something that you felt like you had to sort of try to work your way into and use like your manager to plug you into those situations?
Like even before him, I was trying to use social media as like a tool to network.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like I was at a disadvantage because I'm not technically from New York City.
I was just about to ask that. Every artist, great creative we have on the show says something different. Some are like, yo, bro, we got IG and TikTok. You don't need to be in the city. Some are like, yo, bro, you got to be where the opportunities are at.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you have to be in the city.
I mean, I live close enough that it's like still 30 minutes to drive to Manhattan, so
Okay.
it
Yeah.
didn't really play a negative impact in any way.
Yeah. So
You agree with that too?
Yeah, for sure.
Word.
Yeah. Damn. So when it came to getting connected with artists and just the culture in general, what were some of your strategies that you used to like get tapped in with, some of the bigger artists out here?
A&Rs,
Really?
So
engineers. Well, I mean, that's who you go to first thinking that it's going to work, but it doesn't always happen that way. But even friends, close friends with the artist, They're producers, they're engineers.
Yeah. Same thing with you?
Yeah, you gotta go to every angle that you can. So whether it's like you see an artist like with a friend or something, engineer, DMing people, all of that.
Yeah.
The engineers are the cheat code.
Yeah. So how'd you find them? Because even for me, like, it's still hard for me to find engineer or A&Rs to sort of get tapped into. So like, what was your, like, more specifically, like, how did you talk to these people to wind up getting yourself in the rooms with them? You know what I mean? Like with like A Boogie, of course, like y'all big working with A Boogie. You got 5 songs collectively, or 5 songs each. Well, each of y'all, I don't know how to phrase this. All right, so you both produced 5 songs on A Boogie's album, and you were both co-producers on all those songs, right? So how'd you wind up making those connections with an artist as big as A Boogie?
So like, for example, that one happened with our manager, and he already had a personal relationship with him. So
yeah, they're from the same hood. So Boogie had recorded like his first songs in my manager's crib, so they already had a relationship. And when he found us, it was like, he wanted to make that connection.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Yo, you said something interesting before, how your music got a lot better once the personal relationship grew. I feel like that's something that's real slept on. Do you feel like you have to have some sort of personal relationship with people in order to cook up with them?
You don't have to, but I feel like it definitely adds to the quality of music. But the vibe got to be right, because if it feels wrong, how are you gonna make music? And music is about emotion and feeling.
That's a fact.
So
Sure.
What are some things like in the studio that could potentially hurt the vibe?
People taking out phones and trying to record shit when you're trying to work. Like people people don't play their role. They try to tell you how to do certain things, but they have a whole different kind of job than you.
Just backseat driving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or just someone that's just like kind of doing too much in the studio, not playing their role and shit.
Yeah, what's an example of doing too much? I can picture some things, but I can definitely picture some
Man,
things.
it's a lot of things.
so
Yo,
Yeah,
Boogie,
yeah.
yo, bro, yo, what's good?
Like, shit like that is just,
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
It's fucking obnoxious. Yeah.
yeah. So, what's y'all philosophy when you're in the studio with an artist? You're cooking up, you're recording and everything. Like, how do y'all try to, fit your role? You really try to just, do you start conversations in the middle of it? Do you try to just keep it strictly like we're working? Like, I'm not used to these environments. So.
It depends, like, on the kind of session it is. Like, I'm not gonna try to talk just to talk, but if we're having a certain kind of conversation, I'm gonna partake. But then there's other times I'll just play beats and then I stay quiet for like the rest of the session.
Mm-hmm.
kind of just let the artist do their thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Interesting. Question for y'all. Y'all both seem very laid back and chill. I've heard other producers, and actually I've heard a lot of photographers say like, yo, if you're in the studio, you gotta be fucking assertive. Like, you gotta like demand to get your beats heard. And it seems like y'all have a very laid back approach. It's like, yo, I'm gonna chill, do my thing, my time will come. That's worked out for you as opposed to being like assertive.
Yeah, at least so far. Like, I don't want to force anything or make it feel like you have to use my beat, because if it doesn't come natural to you, then it's probably not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so all right, so what you doing? If you playing a beat, are y'all gonna be like so somebody like Timbaland, when they play a beat for somebody, they're hyping up their beat. They're like trying to make it. It's like you just try to keep it more
None of
low key,
that?
bring it like
I don't
organic.
do that.
You gotta
I hit space bar.
bob your head and
Yeah,
be confident.
It
in
don't
what
be
you-
like
little
a
bit.
Yeah.
pencil stiff and
Yeah.
be confident with your, the music that you're playing.
But I don't feel the need to have to hype it up. Like, I'm already confident in what I'm playing. So
Okay.
if they like it, they're gonna take it. If I'm hyping it up and they don't like it, they're still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely makes sense. So what's y'all process of collaborating with one another? Because you guys worked with like it's kind of surprising to see that the 5 songs on A Boogie's album you both produced collectively. So that means like you guys like produce a lot collectively. So why do you guys choose to work together as opposed to like producing independently?
I mean, we're such close friends that it's like, I feel like I could always send something to Dlo and he could improve it, and vice versa. So it's like, why not? It helps both of us at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
And then we're always just like together, so it just comes natural. It's like, yo, I start up a beat, he starts up a beat, he
yo,
finishes.
bro, add to this real quick.
Yeah,
It's like that.
for sure.
Yeah, so you don't
That's
have like
fire.
specific roles necessarily. It's just like you both trust each other's vision on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as people that collaborate a lot with one another and other artists, how do you guys approach and putting your opinion on somebody else's work?
What do you mean? Like if let's
Like
say
if you
Dlo
don't fuck
added
with like that shit is
and I
ass. Like like whatever he just put down his ass or whatever somebody else. Like how do you go about like telling them?
I mean, with me and Dlo at least, like I could add something up like, oh, I don't like that one.
Yeah, straight up. Are you certain? Like, what if he's like feels confident? If it's like, yo, like, nah, I really fuck with this. Like,
Yeah, like if I
it
don't,
depends. I'm sure.
if I say I don't like it, but he's like, bro, I'm telling you, like this is crazy.
Yeah,
Like go for it.
yeah.
We could always make 2 versions of the same beat too, if anything.
Yeah,
Word.
That's a fact.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I fuck with that. Yo, so y'all are at a point now where you're working with people like A Boogie and countless others, but I'm assuming y'all still are on the ground floor working with upcoming artists too.
Yeah,
right.
of course.
All right. What are some things that you notice about artists that reach a stature like A Boogie versus artists that never really make it that far?
I mean, I feel like the artists that don't make it that far, of course, this is a passion and an art, but you still got to treat it like a business and a job. So it's like, if you're not in the studio consistently every day improving on your skill, how can you expect to be at the top tier like these other artists that put in all those hours?
People like A Boogie, they're in the studio every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, every day.
yeah.
But it shows.
Yeah.
You would agree with that?
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else?
Just being open to different kinds of things too. Like if you look at Drake, you look at all these top artists, they take inspiration from all kinds of genres of music.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that. I respect that. What is it with like even going back to someone like A Boogie? Are there certain things you notice about like him that separate him from everyone else besides just being in the studio every day?
He's just like a special one of a kind of artist that
Yeah.
He
don't
kind of
come around often.
created a new wave. If you
Definitely.
really think about it,
Sound.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
When he came out, it was just like a whole new sound that came from him.
Yeah. Anything about his songwriting process in particular, or just like any other artist you respect that you think is like sort of people
Ooh.
don't get?
I mean, Uzi's like, he records so fast and it comes out crazy, like
Mhm.
all the time. That it's like, how'd you think of that and record it that fast?
Mm-hmm.
Versus, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
Interesting. Yo, are there any since you started tapping in with artists at a higher level, how have your lives changed? Like, do people see you different, view you
Yeah.
different? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
For better and for worse.
For better and for worse?
Yeah.
Can you give examples of both?
Like, people that I never spoke with say that they know me. To other people who I don't even know that much.
Oh yeah. I was just saying me. Sorry. Yeah, that's me.
But it's like,
Fucking dead.
but like in personal life stuff. Like
Okay.
people act different.
Yeah. Yeah. Say what you bro.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff like that. for
Any
sure.
assumptions that come with like feeling like like big fan of you guys personally? Any assumptions that you feel like come with that?
Yeah, people think we'll
generally.
be dickheads.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're music producers and we work with like hip hop artists. They think we're gonna be like crazy partiers, whatever.
Is that a
Mhm.
stigma that you see, or do you see that in other producers in this lane?
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like everybody could possess those things. You don't have to only do music to be that way.
Yeah.
I know some lawyers be probably more wild than artists.
Oh, I know some lawyers that's outside. I know some lawyers that's outside.
Yeah.
But so do you guys like to be outside? Like besides the music if it's not like all right, we're working, do you guys feel value in being outside, going to the club and things like that?
Here and there.
Here and there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see
Not-
value in it or just for fun? You know what I mean?
It's like both. It depends
Yeah.
on the event too, though.
Yeah.
Like a release party, let's say, is like it's both.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
fun, but it's
That's a
for
good
work.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You ever do something that's just fun, no business angle at all?
I feel like music is fun to me, so
Yeah.
it's hard.
Okay.
Hmm.
I respect that.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
would it be like your favorite moments in life are the ones where like you're in the studio coming up with some like
Some
real
of them,
dope
yeah.
shit? Yeah. A lot of them,
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yo, what is one thing that y'all wish artists would understand about what y'all do?
I feel like a lot of people think it's easy because we work on a computer that we could just click buttons. Like it doesn't take hours and hours to, create these beats and stuff.
I can imagine.
Okay. Anything for you?
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
Just like the time and the effort that goes behind just making a 10-minute beat, but everything that led to. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. So on average, how long does it take you to make a beat?
It depends, like the vibe of the beat and the vibe I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I could take 10 minutes on a beat. I could take an hour on a beat. I could take 3 days on a beat.
Yeah.
Cause I'll stop.
Yeah,
I'll go
being
back
like
to
super
it.
meticulous about everything like that. Yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I can definitely feel that.
When y'all are cooking up, right? What would make a session dope to you versus what would make a session just whack? Like, yo, I can't wait till this shit is over. He smiled.
I mean, it depends who's in the room. Like, if somebody has
With the artist or who the artist brings?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like somebody who's open to direction and will actually listen and hear you out and your ideas and stuff. And then when it comes out good on top of it, that makes it like the best kind of session.
Okay.
'Cause then you really produce it too, you know? It's not just I play the beat and then that's as far as my involvement goes.
Yeah, for sure. You want to be more involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Do you see a lot of artists that are just like, yo, you're the producer, I don't want to hear it?
I mean, I see, not in our case, but like you see those kinds of things, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You stay away from artists like that?
Someone.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you feel like the business all right, so when it comes to like artists that you have a good friendship with, artists or producers that you have a good friendship with, do you feel like business conversations come easier or a little bit more difficult?
Easier.
Easier? Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone
definitely.
said that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I feel like it's really, all right, I think it can be, depending on different personalities, more difficult to sit down a homie and be like, yo, this is what it is, versus someone that you don't know.
But if it's like you're really friends and you both know how much you contributed to the beat, so then it's like,
Yes.
we're upfront about it. So like if I only did a little part of the beat, I'm not going to try and take 40% of his beat that he did most of the work on.
That's how y'all divide it by how much you actually put into the beat?
Sometimes. But it's not always like, oh, you did 3 elements, I did 3 elements, 25% each.
Okay.
Nah, I feel that. What about like who gets the beat placed? Does that play any factor in like a split?
With us two, or in general?
In general.
In general, yeah, but with us two, no.
Nah.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Do you guys try to keep it like 50-50 between you two, or you kind of have a mutual relationship? Like, all right, like you made 80% of this, so I'll give you 80%.
Yeah, it varies.
Yeah, it varies on like.
There's never an issue.
Moments. Okay.
Yeah, but it's never a problem. Or
Facts.
like it's always easy.
Yeah.
When it comes to business
Yo,
with
there's
us.
so many, like, especially with producers, but I see it all across the board. People who are just nervous to have these conversations, like they feel like it might make things sticky. And there are certain situations, like I don't think you should have this mid studio session or something like that. But like, do you feel like most people, when it comes to splits in business, are level-headed and understanding, or do you feel like it's like a battle?
It really goes down to the person you're dealing with.
It's all across the board, different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on their personality and their morals when it comes down to it.
In your experience, have you had more just like smooth experiences or more like headaches?
Nah, for the most part, smooth experiences. But I try to only work with people that I really know. So when it comes down to talking about business, so it's not really complicated.
Why do you feel like you try to work with mostly people you know?
Because if I
avoid the headaches.
to avoid the headaches. If I have a personal relationship with you, that means I think you're a good person, you know? So I don't feel like the business is ever going to be unfair. You're going to try to slight me in any way.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you ever work with someone who you felt or knew was a bad person, but the check was right?
Like, as long as my split's all right, maybe. Like, if it was an artist. But it depends, too, what qualifies them as a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel the same way?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, it depends, like, what makes them, the bad person. Shit.
Yeah,
bad is subjective.
Yeah. So since you guys collaborate so much, I know that there's moments that like one of you might be feeling like not feeling it today, or the other one might be not like executing that highly. How do you guys inspire each other to sort of like reach each other's like fullest potential?
We always like discussing like the next level and stuff like that. So
like talking about the future.
And like what's next. So we always like
even sending each other new music that we listen to on our own time. Like, bro, listen to the snare, whatever.
Facts.
Like little shit like that, like little details, just pointing them out to each other. Yeah. So what if like one of you is just like not feeling it today? Do you give the other one the space, or do you kind of try to challenge each other like a little bit?
Both.
Both? Yeah. Depending on the situation, you just feel the vibe a little bit. Yeah. I could definitely feel that. That makes sense. Anything that you guys do, like when you guys are in sort of a creative funk, to try to get yourself out of that?
I try to take a break for a few days. Find new kinds of music that could inspire me. Go do things besides music.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard for me to do that, bro. I feel like if I'm not working, I feel like I'm fucking like wasting time.
Yeah.
And just
Try not to take too long of a break, but yeah, it's definitely needed if you know.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like a mini reset.
Yeah. So since the beginning, when it comes to setting goals for yourself, how do you sort of try to, maintain like a level head when it comes to like, all right, this is like a reasonably obtainable goal? Like, how do you set goals for yourself now versus from the beginning?
I feel like in the beginning, I didn't view some of the goals that I reach now obtainable.
Mm-hmm.
So now I don't even really view it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like literally anything is possible if you really try your hardest.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Same vibe. Yeah. So as a producer, do your goals mostly come down to placements, or are there other things like getting a placement with Drake? Like, is that like the epitome of a goal, or like there are other sorts of like goals that you kind of look for?
I mean, that's a big one. I think every producer wants a song with Drake.
Yeah, for sure. But any other smaller ones you could think of?
Just in terms of getting certain things straight in like business things, or seeing how we could improve on building our brand. It's not only about just beats and placements.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the heart of it, but it's a lot of outside things that make an impact too.
Exactly.
One question is in the jar. The thing he mentioned before is we call it the jar deep ass questions, which I fucking left in the studio.
But we were bound to forget something. The first time going to a new studio, so yeah.
I'm happy it was that and not like a fucking camera or something. But but one of the questions in there with one of my favorites, it's what do y'all feel like the music industry needs more of, and what do y'all feel like needs to stop in the music industry?
I would say definitely more music that's like timeless music, because right now it's like my man said earlier, it was like the microwave era.
I was just about to say the microwave era. Yeah,
like,
literally the word I was thinking.
Definitely want to hear more music that's like that could make you like when there's a song in the past and you kind of remember it. Because it's like a timeless record, so definitely more of that.
You go back 10 years later, you listen to it, brings back memories.
Stuff like that, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of music now is not for the love of music. It's to get money or get popular.
Clout.
And it
money,
shows.
Yeah. 1,000,000%.
So you think that what needs to stop is like
people just trying to do music for money or clout, basically.
You think that'll ever stop?
No. and I think social media made it a lot easier for people to pursue it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
For sure.
Social media fucking splice and shit like that. So it's very easy.
All right. So something I was wondering about you guys. You both have tags that are like, in my opinion, very stand out to me. At least I know them very specifically because I'm a big fan of y'all. So I'm wondering where both of y'all tags came from. You both are they both the same girl that says it or no? Different people.
My tag is me saying it.
That tag is you? Oh yeah, you just pitched it up like a lot.
Like a pitched up voice. But I don't use it anymore.
Really? That's you? Really?
Yeah.
A lot of producers are moving away from tags.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I really just wanted like the the beats and the music to make people wonder like who produces.
Yeah. So any reason in particular? I noticed like your tag is on a lot of the beats on A Boogie's album. Any reason in particular that you guys use it?
I mean, I tried to do half and half on the last album because I didn't want it to be too much, and I feel like certain songs the tag doesn't suit that song.
Yeah, that too.
So
okay, so you try. So is that a conversation you had to have with Boogie kind of to be like, yo,
does he care about tags?
No. At least with us, no.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, fire. Damn dope. So, all right. So, since we don't have the jar of deep ass questions, this is what we're going to do. I have the list of questions that are in the jar of deep ass questions. And these are a little bit.
I forgot you wrote that.
Yeah, I wrote them down. So, so we're just going to choose a couple off this list real quick. I'm going to ask you them. Yeah, you can start us off, Pancho.
All right.
But, yeah. Usually we pick them out and we read them. But today we're just going to choose our favorites.
Okay.
Like that, so.
What do y'all wish that y'all knew before starting your careers in music?
It's a tough one.
That it would be something that takes a lot of time and away from like, you know, family and friends and things like that.
Big time sacrifice.
Yeah, it's like a big sacrifice.
How do you navigate that? Like, you know, do you have to have you had problems with relationships with girls and maybe your family even?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's hard, you know, you got to spend time away from people, but it's for a bigger picture, you know, for a bigger purpose. So
yeah, what if they don't understand that?
They gotta go.
Is that how you feel? I mean, you know, your plaques, I'm sure right now is saying that.
I feel like
you're
if they
moving in the
really
right
love
direction,
you, they'll
but-
understand what you're trying to achieve.
that's a fact.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I used to think that, but I just I think that everyone's definition of love is different. For some people, what I had to learn from myself is like, for some people, love is being with them all the time. So they don't know the love of like, I need you to love me by not being here. That's one thing I've learned. That's like, what, did that sound crazy?
I've never heard it put like that, but to me that's just so funny because I know there's a lot of girls that just will not.
They won't get down with that. Nah,
they will not get down with that
That's
at all.
why I'm
bro.
fucking single. Like that's like it's
the
as
love
simple
of
as that.
Not
Yes,
being
I
here,
need you.
that's
Yes,
just dumb funny the way you said that, bro.
I'm gonna watch this back. Like, yo, that was crazy.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
I
a tough
feel
balance to find. All right,
It's
so
tough,
I'm gonna
yeah.
ask you guys, how do you define success with your career? Let's start with you, Dlo.
Success, I would say for me, like being able to just make music with like people that I love listening to their music. For me,
Word.
that's success.
Yeah, I noticed when we got here, like you guys were both playing the Boogie album, and like I mean that's a great vibe, and I could just see in you guys' faces like, yo, this is fucking fire that I'm a part of this. You know what I mean? Like
for
I can
sure.
tell that you really appreciate that. So yeah, I can imagine that's an amazing feeling. I asked you both like, is A Boogie like one of your favorite artists? You both said for sure. So,
Yeah, 'cause even
that's
before the music, like us making music together, that's what made me like want to work with him, was being a fan of the music.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, you guys
Right.
are really like partly responsible for sound a little bit. I mean, you had a big impact in that because you guys started working before hoodie season, so that was like right after artists or after bigger artists. Either way, 2017 type shit, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
true.
was like 2017, 2018 is when we
yeah.
started.
So that's so dope.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna talk money for a second. Wait, did you have an answer for that, or
My bad. What was the
Oh
question?
yeah, how do you define success in your career?
The fact that I can make music I love and like make a living off of it is like such a blessing.
word?
'Cause I wake up every day and I'm excited to go make beats and make songs.
Every
the
day,
fact that I could help people out or take care of people I care about
for sure.
is such a blessing.
Yeah.
That's fire. Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna talk money for a second. What has been the worst investment y'all have made in your careers?
Maybe it doesn't have to be money, but probably money.
Nah, let's do money. Let's do money. Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to like really spend money in order to get yourself further in music. Throwing it at fucking people who say, "Oh, we're gonna post you on this page," which has 100,000 fake followers and shit like that. So
I mean, I never did anything like that because I feel like it wouldn't be organic if I paid someone to post me. So most of the money I invested in my career is like travel, new equipment, stuff like that. So I don't really think I took a loss on any of that.
yeah,
to
we
be
took a
honest.
big L. Okay. What about
Yeah,
you?
definitely spent a lot of money on travel, but as Joe said, it's like it's an investment into your career. You know, being
Okay.
able to travel and get in these different rooms and all of that.
There's never been something that y'all bought where you're just like, yo, I can't believe I just did that, or like something that was straight up a scam or something like that.
Nah, not really.
Not at least when it comes to like investments for
Yeah.
my career. Like I definitely bought dumb stuff before. Like
Yeah,
I can't
like-
believe I bought that.
Yeah.
And now when it comes to music,
Yeah, I
my
definitely
God.
feel
Oh
you.
my! Remember when Jabari was like, "Yo, 2,000 on Balenci's"? What the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Shout out Jabari.
Yeah, shout out Jabari. was-
designer
yeah, that's just
designer clothes. That's like something that'll take your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
what are you trying
Yeah.
to say?
Yo, all right. So speaking on money a little bit more. So if you guys were both given a $500,000 budget right now, what would you guys want to spend it on?
We could only use it on like
Only
music
use
stuff.
it on your
yeah.
music career. Can't buy your mom a crib.
I'll
Can't do
open a
nothing like
studio.
that. Studio?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
investing in a
studio.
studio.
What would be the name of your studio?
I don't know yet.
Word.
No, yeah,
Definitely
definitely,
studio.
definitely build a studio for
Yeah.
sure.
What do you feel?
That's like something that you could work out of. You could bring other artists to.
You
It's
can
like-
book whoever and make money from it even when you're not there.
Word.
Mhm.
That's a fact.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
both record mostly at home, right? Do you mostly make beats at home, or do you?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
So what's the difference when you come to an environment like this, like in this amazing studio that we're in right now? Like, what's the difference that you find?
It's just another vibe from just
Yeah.
like being at home and seeing the same thing and just being in your bedroom making beats, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's different.
Like
when you come to the studio, you feel like, you know, like this environment just makes you want to create.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right. Y'all kind of answered this already, but just to ask it in a different way. Would y'all rather do business with people that you like, that are talented, or that you see a future in?
I would say someone I see a future in.
Over liking them?
Yeah, because if you could see like the hunger in them, and you could help that artist build up to being somebody that you know, like the music.
Okay. What about you?
I feel like that's a tough question because the people that I like, I also see a future in and think are talented, which is why I surrounded myself with them.
You know, you wouldn't like someone that you could. I mean, that's kind of a wild question, but like, you wouldn't like attach yourself to somebody who you don't see a future in.
I don't know. It depends.
Yeah.
But like, I have a pretty small circle, so the few people that are around me, I think are talented, and we have a good personal relationship. Okay. And we built it over a period of years too, so we built the chemistry up together.
Mm-hmm. I fuck with that.
Word. All right, so last question tonight. So,
yes, sir.
Do you look at other producers or anybody in general as competition, or do you sort of try to, you know, collaborate with them in the best way that you can?
Friends or foes?
No, I don't view it as competition.
No? Why not?
Because there's so many songs that could come out that it's like, just because you're doing well doesn't mean that I can't do well.
Yeah.
Let them know.
I'd rather collab with somebody who's doing well and everything clicks and we're both doing great than view you like, oh, I got to take you down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think a lot of people have that mindset that like they need to take others down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Co-sign that, Dlo?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
I feel like collabing is better than competition, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And y'all approve of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Hey.
Yeah,
Thank you for riding with us through our fake jar of deep ass questions.
Yes, absolutely. Anything else y'all want to say to the camera before we head out?
Shit.
Appreciate you guys having us.
Yeah, new music coming for sure.
Yes, Dlo solo career coming soon.
Yeah. Be ready for that.
For sure.
That's a fact.
Different kinds of music too.
Say
Not
less.
just rap.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wait, what genres you stepping into?
You gotta wait and see.
You gotta wait and see.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta wait. I bet. Say less. Yeah,
For sure.
Heard it. Yo, actually, I don't even know if this is 53. Episode something of Encore Pod. You feel me? I appreciate you watching. I know you learned some shit and got some games, so please subscribe to the channel. Tap in with us. Tap in with them, because this is just the beginning of what they got going on. And yeah, appreciate y'all watching. We hit 1K subs recently, which is nice. So feel me?
And this is a big milestone for me personally to have you both here, because, you know, I've been following y'all for a minute, like I started with. So yeah, it's dope to have y'all.
Appreciate y'all having us for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Yeah, thank you,
Hell
bro.
yeah. Yo, we out of here.
We out.